The form of a basic Láadan sentence is, first, the speech-act morpheme, second, the verb, third, an optional negation to that verb, 4, the subject, and 5, the evidence morpheme. The speech-act morpheme begins a Láadan sentence. Be is a declarative statement, such as if you wanted to say, I am reading. Ba is a question, so you could say, are you reading? Bo is a command, though it's rarely used and mostly just with small children. Bo is the more common request or command form. Be is a promise, and be is a warning. The verb is placed before the noun phrase. Láadan doesn't split verbs and adjectives into different classes of words, so for example, thal can mean both to be good as well as good as an adjective. To make a verb plural, you add the prefix me to the word. Note that you do not change the noun itself, just the verb. To negate a verb, put ra immediately after it. This will make the sentence negative. So for example, you would change I am reading to I am not reading. The subject of a sentence is the thing that is doing the verb. This would be a noun or a pronoun. The evidence morpheme comes at the end of a sentence. Wa indicates that it is known to the speaker because it was perceived by them, either internally or externally. This means it could be something that the speaker is feeling, or something that the speaker has experienced through sight or some other sense. We is known to the speaker because it is self-evident. We is perceived by the speaker in a dream. Wa is assumed true by the speaker because the source is trusted. Wa indicates that it is assumed false by the speaker because the source is distrusted. If evil intent, use waals. Wo means imagined or invented by the speaker, hypothetical. This would be used to tell a story. Wo would be used to indicate that the speaker states a total lack of knowledge as to the validity of the topic. When several sentences are used by one person, and the speech act and evidence morphemes are the same for each sentence, then these can be left off after the first sentence. When asking a question with ba, the evidence morpheme is left off. This is because you aren't providing information, you are requesting it, so no evidence morpheme is needed. Let's go over some sentences and word breakdowns. Be halewa. Be halewa. Notice the sentence structure. First is the speech act morpheme, indicating a declarative statement. Second is the verb, working. Third is the subject, I. And finally, the evidence morpheme, perceived by the speaker. So while we can translate the sentence as I am working, literally it would be I am declaring that I am working, as I have perceived internally or externally. Ba halne. Ba halne. Bo ulaninne. Bo ulaninne. Bo halne. Bo halne. Be aril halewa. Be aril halewa. Be them halnewa. Be them halnewa. Those are examples of different types of statements. Now let's look at the evidence morphemes. Be then shenehalwa. Be then shenehalwa. So for example, perhaps you've seen with your eyes that the computer is broken, so you have perceived it yourself. Be balin shenehalwe. Be balin shenehalwe. For this, anyone could look at the computer and see that it is old, so it is self-evident. Be eril aya lewe. Be eril aya lewe. This would be something that you perceived in a dream. Bethena with wa. Bethena with wa. Something that you have not perceived firsthand, but the person who told you that they perceived it is somebody that you trust, so you also trust that it's true. Berathena with wa. Berathena with wa. This is almost like a negated sentence, since you are essentially stating something, but also saying that you don't trust the source. Be'eral aya mahina wo. Be'eral aya mahina wo. If you're bringing up a hypothetical scenario or telling a story, you would use wo. Bethen redadem wo. Bethen redadem wo. Here you are stating something, but also admitting a lack of knowledge on the topic. You can encode a lot of information in a sentence with only a few words, which is one of the designs of Láadan. Perhaps you will use wa and wi the most, but each have their place. Let's also look at how to negate our verbs and to use plurals. Ba hal rabe. Ba hal rabe. Be mehal omedwa. Be mehal omedwa. Alright, I'm going to give you a word bank and I want you to create some sentences of your own. Use these words to form basic sentences with a subject and a verb. Form any sentences that you'd like for practice, and then I will give you a quiz. Work on practicing basic sentences to get better at the language. On the LaadanLanguage.org website, you can find a dictionary to help you expand your vocabulary. I hope that you enjoyed this lesson and will post your Laadan projects on YouTube. If you send me your Laadan video, I will add a link to it to the next Laadan lesson video at the end. But for now, here are a few other Laadan videos that I have made. Thank you for watching. Ariel.